South Africa 2010. Newly built stadiums for the World Cup, businesses thriving, the future looks bright. Although reality may be more complex, this is the vision that many Zimbabweans have of their richer neighbour.
Ndenda South Africa. Ndengoita zvokungoudzwa kunzi South Africa kana ukashanda 3 months unogona kungotenga mota ende kune mari yakawandisa.
Zimbabwean migration to South Africa is nothing new, but political instability and economic collapse have forced an estimated 3 million to cross the border in search of a better life. Amongst them are teenagers who can't afford to stay in school and see little future if they remain in Zimbabwe.
Ndingaenda South Africa pamusoro ndashaya mari kutingira yekutenga nhumbi. Tichifurana nomukomando wedu wandaipinda nawo tikazotadza kunyora pamusoro kuti school fees futi yanga yakunetsa tikatiza tikaenda.
Underage and without passports, most young people, like Victor, cross illegally.
This is a illegal crossing point. People who are crossing from Zimbabwe going to South Africa. I can say a day, roughly 50 to 60 people. They usually go night because they are knowing that during the day we are patrolling.
Untold numbers are swept away by the swollen Limpopo River, which flows between the two countries. To avoid the crocodiles and water snakes, Victor paid a boatman to take him across. Once on dry land, Victor and his friends ran through the bush with other illegal Zimbabweans. Suddenly, the group was attacked by a pride of lions. Several people were killed. Victor managed to climb up a tree. If the migrants are lucky enough to escape the hazards that nature throws at them, another danger is often lying in wait: guma or human traffickers.
Vanenge vakatogarira kuti tibude kubva pamvura tichibva mumvura tinombofamba futi nemakumbo distance yakakura kuti sondosvika kune mamota. Uyu paakazotoona vakubudisa maganzi ndokubva atisa ndosvikazoita kuti atise. Takarwadziwa zvakanyanya zvekuti isusu hatina kuzotokwanisa kutisa ngekuti wakati mukatisa tokufurai mubva mapo.
Joyce and her 3 friends were held captive for the next month and repeatedly raped.
Vakatimanikidza kuti tigare navo asi tanga tisina kuwira navo sevanhu vanga vasina kwekuenda nezvekuita ndokubva tangobvumawo. Izvozvo vanga vasati vaita asi vakatiudza vakati chimukaramba muchigara navo ndo basa ravo ravachaita because pane vanhu vakawanda vakawanda vavanoya navo vachitovaitira izvozvo.
Without proper documents, young Zimbabweans are vulnerable to abuse by employers, police and traffickers. Most work in the informal, illegal or unregulated sectors like prostitution, drug dealing, domestic work, street hawking and begging. With the shops empty in Zimbabwe and no way of supporting her family, Memory fled to South Africa 2 years ago.
I don't like begging, but it's a push measure because I don't have something to do. Just I end up in the streets, but I don't like begging. Some they ignore, some they shout at us, some they sympathize with us.
Unable to afford legal rent, these Zimbabweans are forced to live in squalid conditions.
Here is my room, I'm staying here, and I share, I think it's 10 people. Come in, please come. Here's a kitchen.
How many taps are there?
Only 1 tap for the whole building.
I use the dish and you bath here inside in the rooms because it's not nice, those toilets. And here's a thing, it's a rubbish thing. You don't have anybody, you take this one. Like if you go to the toilet, you use the plastic and you tie it and you throw it away here because no toilets.
An estimated 2,500 young people under 18 pass through one border crossing alone each month. But international children's charity Plan believes the real figure is much higher. Plan asks young returnees to talk to others about the reality of travelling to and living in South Africa. The organisation also introduced incentives for young people to stay in their communities.
Some chose to go back to school, others were 18 years or 19 years, so they decided to go for life skills training, and others decided to do livelihoods projects, which is like God projects.
This project gives young returnees goats and teaches them how to look after the animals. They are also given business management training.
Tikawanda kukwanisa kuchinjisa chitenga ng'ombe kana kuti tozotengesa kana tagowana tozotengesa toenda kunoita mamwe macourses tikaramba futi tichingowanda nyange tanadzo tozopuwa vaya vanoshayawo vamwe vaya.
Joyce and her friends were eventually released from captivity by sympathetic neighbours. They made their way back home and she is now studying dressmaking. Plan pays the course fees for young returnees here. Once they finish, they keep the sewing machines to help start up their business.
In ndinotarisira kana ndazopasa ndichandibetserawo vabereki vangu nevanina vangu because vadika vabereki avachakwanisi kuti vangazovashandirawo kuti vafundzidze chikoro zvekupedza chikoro. Ndingasvikanganwe because iproblem hombe yandakusangana zvokuti izvozvo chero ndikanyawana passport handifungi ndichiri nebasa rekuendeko kuSouth Africa kwayo.